everybody. It is this edition of What's in the Cards this week with me, Marisa the Medium. If you're new to my channel, I wish to welcome you here. I am a mama who loves all things mystical, crystal balls, crystals, all the cards, guardian angels, and I'm here to serve you with this week's reading. So if you don't want to miss anything out, I want to make sure that you guys do that thing you do. Please like, subscribe, follow, and I'm going to ask you to do something special for this week. Drop your favorite Halloween emoji. You can see I'm really into the skulls this week, and death, like we talked about in last week's reading, is only a form of rebirth, and that is already what's coming through. So drop your favorite emoji in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, and we will get started. So the first deck that I am going to use is called the Starseed Oracle, and I do love this particular deck. Of course, I love all my decks. Am I ever going to say, I don't really like that deck, don't want to use it? No, not really. Of course, there's ones that we all kind of tend to gravitate toward a little bit more. And this is a deck that has been popping up a little bit more into my awareness or into my field to be used at this time. And I'm not surprised. It's a really deep deck. And right now we just had that new moon in Scorpio. So a lot of depth in that energy. And we're going to see how that translates to what is going to show up for you in the cards. And as always, I encourage you guys to let me know how this resonates for you, pass it on to a friend, a loved one, and see what happens and how the cards affect you this week. And we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Star Brothers. And this is a great picture. You can see we've got the gentleman who looks like he is sitting in some sort of stillness, some sort of deep meditation, and you can see he's got the birds on either side of loyalty and trust. And this is what we find in the energy for this week for ourselves. The Scorpio, if any of you follow astrology, which I love, Scorpio is that inner, deep, mysterious sign of going inward. They are not afraid to die. These people, Scorpios, so deep. And what you will find is that if you will sit with yourself in this space of stillness, meditation, quiet prayer, solitude, or as I abbreviate, STFU, shut up, you will find that in this space, you're going to be met with loyalty and trust of yourself. So trust yourself this week. Trust the decisions that you are being pulled towards, gravitated towards, nudged towards by spirit, by your guides. If you acknowledge that is, if you guardian angels, they will nudge you. If you just feel that pull towards something this week, follow it. Trust yourself. You will be rewarded with the, I don't want to say loyalty of a good outcome, but by following that, you will be led exactly where you need to be. And that can only come again from really just trusting in yourself. And you know, I love that these two birds are here because birds are wisdom, and that is another I don't want to say issue, but that's another tenet that keeps coming up for this next week. Wisdom and relying on that wisdom. Follow the intuition. Oh, there goes my guardian angels. Tell me, yep. Tell them, you've got to tell them. Follow your intuition this week. Get deep, sit with it, get quiet, and know that you'll be rewarded. So that's our first card there, Star Brothers. And the next deck that I'm going to use, we're going to go and expand on that message with the Raven's Prophecy Tarot. You know, I've been using this all night. I love it. It's got the Halloween colors to it. And again, this is a different tarot deck than just your standard Rider-Waite. The symbols that are used to depict each of the suits are so different. And though it's black and appears to be darker, there's just so much beauty and magic that comes from this deck. So what else is it that we need to know about this week and having that loyalty, that trust, following the intuition? What else do we need to know? One more shuffle, they say. Oh, there it is, guys. There it is. And the cards fly out. Oh, we've got two. You guys, 2 weeks in a row. I'm dying right now. So the first card that came up was 11, the Justice card. So if you can see this right here, This particular card is of the major arcana, number 11. I love number 11, is one of my favorites. Double numbers are always great. But justice, we always show the scales of justice, and you can see that something that would seemingly be a little bit more heavy isn't as heavy, it is lighter. So these scales are going to be bringing about balance for you this week. And the balance I see here is you have that feather and that little bit of tree and life coming up from it, but also the cups. And cups is representative of emotion. So we're going to find a balance this week between the depths of our emotions coming to the top, creating a balance there, and the lightness or airiness of maybe everyday life of talking with others and interacting with others. So again, trusting that we saw from this previous card, not to be afraid to go into the depths of those emotions and experience and follow your intuition. If anything that seems to be death, or you're wondering, why is this coming up for me? This is second week in a row we've had the death card come up. This is beautiful. Guys, it matches my theme for skulls. Can you feel the love here? Death, again, is new beginnings, and I touched on that in the beginning of the reading already. This week is really about new beginnings. If you think about a baby in the proverbial womb, this is a place of silence. This is a place where newness comes, where the creation comes from, and that comes from the death of literally a cell. If you think about the proliferation, each cell has to split itself apart, and in that splitting releases more energy to become something more. That is new life. And so what you're really seeing, this message coming through here in the cards for you, is again sitting, going into the depths, trusting your intuition, sitting with these emotions, sitting with the things that come up for you, and just knowing that it is going to lead to a rebirth for you. It is going to be the death of the old you and the emergence of the new you. But again, life comes from solitude. So please, herald that, mark that, listen to that, take that with you, take it into your heart, and move forward with that. The next deck that we're going to use, you know I love to bring a little bit of levity to it. We're going to use that Animator's Creativity deck. And I was told specifically to use that deck, and now I see why. Because we're talking about creation. We're talking about creating that next level version of you, and I'll say next level shit. Yeah, this next level version of you is going to be something else. So let's see what else the cards have to say to us about this, and maybe creating a little bit of levity, letting you know that it's not, yes, it'll be deep, but there will be a lightness to it. There will be a balance to it. Okay, and we have pizza. That was my dinner. Says criticism. I remind myself that there's nothing in this world that everyone likes. If someone doesn't get my work, that's okay. There are also weirdos, let's cross out, people in the world who don't like pizza. But does that mean pizza is bad? Nope. It means those people are wrong and or robots. Just kidding. And it's actually all good because more pizza for us. So how does that tie in? Criticism, it's not for, this isn't for everyone. And maybe not everyone will welcome death and or the scales of justice or sitting in the depth of the emotions. And if that's you, that's okay too. Be with as much of this as you can be with, and let what resonates with you resonate with you. And if the rest doesn't, that's okay. I'm not going to take it personally. Nobody else is going to take it personally. But if this is in fact you, go with it. Eat the pizza. Enjoy it. Love every topping on it. Devour it. Because when we do that and we look at the other cards in this spread, again, we're going to enjoy and become fruitful with the rebirth that we see going on here today. So we're going to go with one last card before we close out tonight's reading. And we are going to use Dragon Oracle cards by Dianne Cooper. Love her, love these cards. Also comes in a digital app. Just as a note, these are my son's favorite cards. He absolutely, whenever he does his own card pulls, he loves this deck. Lives for it. And today's card we have the Lilac Fire Dragon. transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. So as you can see here with this dragon, it's purple, but this dragon, this lilac dragon, is indicative of opening up to new beginnings and burning away that which no longer serves you, which we see is indicated by the cards that we've already pulled. So let this dragon sit with you, be with you, and guide you into newness, the newness of you that is going to arrive with the rebirth, this continued message that we've had over the last week. And again, the divine love, this particular dragon embodies a feminine energy, reception. Be open to this new version of you, the next level you. Be open to it. Receive. That's this week's message, you guys. And I just want to say thank you again so much for watching with me weekly. Don't forget to do that thing you do. Like, subscribe, share with others, drop your favorite emoji, and as always, be the light.